All right. So yeah, next up, we're gonna have Idolmaster versus just gonna call him Lumberjack, but basically a Mega Man. And I actually did get to go over this matchup back on Saturday. So overall, I do think it's a matchup that is slightly in Mega Man's favor, but it's pretty evenish for the most part. The main thing that you have to do is you have to figure out how your projectiles interact with Metal Blade and how it interacts with Lemons. So with Lemons, your Clay Pigeon can go straight through those unless it gets hit by the gun hitbox, and the gun hitbox only comes out when Mega Man jumps in the air. Otherwise, you don't have to worry about that. I'll just go right through. And most of the time, because that hitbox only lasts for 1 frame, it's going to go through it and hit him. Very rarely it doesn't. If the Clay Pigeon breaks, obviously it's going to punish Mega Man there. And then the Metal Blade is a little bit weird. So if Mega Man throws the Metal Blade with just the B button, or straight out of his hand, then that can break the Clay Pigeon. However, if he picks up the Metal Blade as an item and then tosses it, the Clay Pigeon actually will go right through it. So be on the lookout for that. So when he's holding a Metal Blade as an item, that means he can't use any of his A moves. He's locked to only using Crash Bomber, Leaf Shield, or Rush. Otherwise, he has to do like Z drops in order to use like Fair or Bear, which, obviously a good Mega Man player is going to be doing things like that. But it kind of makes it a little bit easier to plan on when you can be using Clay Pigeons against him to get like huge conversions. Not to mention knowing when to throw Gunman out to like help pressure him on the ground is very good to know. Because it will stop Lemons, but the main thing is like if the Metal Blades or things don't get to the Gunman, when he's trying to just go for regular projectile pressure, the Gunman can just kind of interrupt him and then like just convert the whole scenario into your favor. So that's very important to learn. What do you want? Yeah, I'm gonna be watching 5 generally. That's the way I do it. So you're Idolmaster. That makes it a little bit easier then. So I'll keep that in mind. Looks like you're selecting stage, perhaps? But yeah. Overall, the main reason why I say it's slightly in Mega Man's favor is I do think for the most part, neutral's relatively even. And then we can edgeguard him pretty well. He can edgeguard us pretty well too if they kind of know what they're doing. But I say we kind of straight up kill him a little bit more easily in that aspect. But Mega Man can kill us significantly earlier off of combos. And he's heavier, so he's going to live longer unless like you get those good edgeguards against him. Which, not always guaranteed, because he's got a pretty good mix-up game for the most part. Ooh, yeah, a little bit early on that, I think it was on the camping. That was a good use of the item, though. Not too many... A lot of people, duck hunts that I watch play this don't really know good times to pick up the Metal Blade and throw it against him. But so far, you're kind of using it to just get, like, auto punishes on him, which is good. Also, pretty good hand control. You're making it a little bit hard for him to at least get around you. Oh, yeah, you need to watch him. You can't just drop Gunman down like that. Because, like, while technically, yes, you will absorb the Lemons, he can still hit you with the gun hitbox. And that's the other important thing, too. Your Fair will either pick up the Metal Blade, go right through it, and it'll definitely go through Lemons. So never be scared to do that. Oh, that was a really good chase. Ooh, that's a little... Yeah, I was about to say, when you get Crash Bomber on me, you don't want to be on the side of the stage because he can convert that into a very easy combo for a kill. So it's just kind of best to stay on stage during those moments. Yeah, you saw right there, Clay Pigeon didn't break. But unfortunately, he was kind of in a position where it was really hard for the burst to get him. Because I think he kind of got through it before you could technically detonate it. So there's a little window where you can't. Yeah, unfortunately, can't exactly parry the up there. It's kind of weird. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, generally against Mega Man, you don't really want to put yourself in a situation where you're going to be above him to get juggled. Focus more on controlling the stage itself and just, like, keeping him in the air, because he can't really land. Like, he doesn't really have too many good options to do that. Because, like, down air takes forever to come out, and not to mention it only goes straight below, so as long as you follow him, yeah, that shouldn't really catch you. Yeah, from that position, you didn't really have can available, so it wasn't too much you could do on recovery. Thanks, dude. Yeah, I'm glad to be back as well. Gonna be having a lot more fun on here. Gonna be a lot more serious with this stuff, too. Yeah, make sure you're watching where he is, so that way you're not like throwing can right in his face. That was just a good call out on his part. Like, technically speaking, like, that wasn't a bad can pull considering what positioning is normal. It's just Mega Man's a little bit weird just because he can just throw that Metal Blade in any direction, so you kind of have to watch that. But that one was more of him just calling you out than reacting. So kind of watch what your patterns are whenever you're throwing out can. Yeah, so when you've got, let me do this. Okay, so just mirror this for real quick. When you have Clay Pigeon over here, stay to the side, like, kind of where a roll is, and detonate it. If the detonation gets them, you still have enough time to dash over, react, and, like, hit them with the back air for the kill. And if they roll in, or if they, like, jump and avoid it somehow, then you'll be able to respond and punish them. So, if you're able to get that scenario, not a bad place to be. Though, of course, it's online, so it's a little bit harder to get that reaction. Oh, wait. What are you saying? Despite there being +1 on shields, easy to get out. Yeah, no, there's so many Mega Mans that use that like crazy. My friend do that stuff all the time. But, like, you know, it's not really good against Duck Hunt, just because, like, you can just prevent it from happening in the first place so, like, very, very easily. But, you know, if they get it, they get it. God, let me go to Mega Man, because let me see exactly how slow that move is, because it's not fast, like, at all. Yeah, down here is frame 23, so there's not really a reason for it to come out and hit your shield as Duck Hunt at the very least. It's because, like, you can control the air so well with, like, can. And not to mention, like, if he blows up can on your shield and he decides to land near it, then it will hit him. That doesn't change the fact that that move comes out frame 23. Like, that, I think, let me double check. I'm pretty sure that's slower than hit 2 of our dare. Yeah, like, hit 2 of our down air comes out frame 20. So it's 3 frames slower than that. It's not fast. Point is, like, with down air, you want to hit it from the side or just, like, beat it out before it even comes out. It's not hard. It's also a projectile too, so it's like, I'm pretty sure if you have, like, up air already going, then it'll just kind of eat it up. Also, something that you should keep in mind is that, like, when Mega Man's out here on the side and your back's grabbing the ledge, just, like, drop down, jump, and, like, hit him. There's not really a reason not to try and hit Mega Man when he's off stage. Because, like, if he has no jump, his recovery gets pretty bad. It severely limits what he's able to do. Ooh, that was way too early on that Clay Pigeon. Oh, yeah. Now, if you did the Pingus there, you might have been able to catch him. Mostly because there would have been 2 hits. That was actually really good use of, like, using the up air against him. Oh, that's a bit rough. I will say this, doing that wall jump with the Clay Pigeon is technically not that bad against Mega Man, since he has a couple of moves that won't break it. But, like, overall, it's still very risky to go for. And I don't think you really had a setup for that one to work. Like, he wasn't in position for it. Yeah, he was trying to break your shield there. Or shield poke a top tilt. So, good thing on you to not shield. Yeah, that was good that you countered the lemons there. Because, like, if he's not pressing a button, then your attack's just going to come out immediately. So you can honestly use his staggering against him. Yeah, it's kind of hard not to want to say Pingus. Pingus is a little bit too good. What's up, Super Lime? Good to see you back here. Aww. Okay, if he ever does that point blank, just immediately punish that. Like there is no world where even if he like threw it on your shield where that was gonna be safe. I don't think we have. Yeah. So okay. So if he does it, like the neutral B on your shield, that's -17. So you could just like immediately grab him if you're that close, or up smash. Yeah, and then okay, Pingus down smash is just too slow to miss that one, unfortunately. Like we can give Smash commentators a reason to say Pingus now, and that in itself as a concept is hilarious. Oh, what's up, Nub? I think it's been a while since I've seen you around. Ooh, too much of a read. Good on the jump. Man, he tanked so much on that. That was interesting. I've actually never seen Crash Bomber hit Clay Pigeon. That was the first. Ah, got a little too scared there. Honestly, you could stand to hold your ground a little bit better, like kind of like that. A lot of the times you're just like jumping out of situations of where he's approaching you, where you could just be prepared for his approach and punish him accordingly. Instead, like you're just trying to avoid all these situations, and I think that's how you're giving him a lot of openings. Yeah, unfortunately, like with Leaf Shield, there's not really too much you can do about that. Oh man, I thought that would clank. Yeah, and he actually threw that Leaf Shield at a pretty like tricky point to try and punish him from. Oh yeah, see now he just jumped right into that. Man, he got all of this just because you decided to jump into a Leaf Shield. That's actually kind of nutty to think about. Because Sparta reasons. Oh, that is early YouTube vibes. I don't think Sty is gonna make a Pingus combo video. He didn't really seem too thrilled to like trying to master the whole thing. LYC already has like all the tech for that. You can just watch him. That's the other thing. I am going to be making that guide for this week. Ooh, good combo there. Yeah, so as of right now, so here's a big problem that you have, besides SDing. So when Mega Man's right here, you're kind of trying to jump and like throw out a projectile, where what you need to do is like, you need to wait for him to like come to you. Mega Man being here is in burst range of you, so you kind of need to react to what he does, and he's going to sort of react to what you do. So if you jump, like expect him to come at you with like some type of aggressive attack, and like retaliate like appropriately. So if you need to air dodge, if you need to stuff out, or if you need to like jump back off stage, so like he jumps fares, you're over here, then you could just move in and like fair him and then get your whole opening off of that. Or maybe even do like your double jump to get like around him even further. Just if you try to jump and like summon projectile when he's like right over there, he'll always be able to immediately counteract that as Mega Man. Because he's got like Metal Blade, so he can even sit there on the ground. He can follow you with lemons to just like kind of shoot you from afar to just keep countering you that way. So you need to be very careful over here, because you have to remember he's always going to be able to auto respond to it, and you got to think about like what's your best situation to like just kind of reset neutral. You're looking to get like that one hit in where he just gets blown back, and that's kind of it. Don't want to overcomplicate it. Oh yeah, he did make a video of it. I forgot. I have to look at it. Okay, this is a big drop right there. When Mega Man is knocked off stage and your can's just sitting here, you need to throw it off. Like, not having the can ready to just like keep him at the ledge over here is a huge mistake. It's so big. This is like literally the biggest VTuber icon I've seen. Yeah. This is like a very simple VTuber, at least by the model. But yeah, basically, if you have your opponent off stage and your cannon's on the opposite end, like this needs to be reset, and it should have a lot of pings on it. So the second you throw it off, it should reset it within like 2 seconds, so you can just get it out immediately, so you can control this area. But having it over here, that does you a huge disservice. Yeah, whenever there's commentary, like another person's stream like that, I don't play their music just because they might be playing copyrighted music. And if they start just like saying profanities like crazy, then I unfortunately that affects me being able to monetize stuff. Believe it or not, I have gotten 1 paycheck from YouTube, but it's probably going to take like another year before I get another one. Unless I blow up out of nowhere. Alright. Yeah, no, I only muted their stream, yeah. That was weird. I'm kind of surprised the back air didn't hit him. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, whenever Mega Man's like... If Mega Man drops below, like, because he's trying to edge guard you, just like drop down jump and like nair or down air. And if you touch him, depending on what hit you get, he might die. Or you just like reset, you give him more damage and it gives you more time to set up on stage. It can only help. That's unfortunate. Yeah, well, first I've got, I watched a decent amount of yours and I have a lot of things to say. Okay, that was a good call out over there. Mega Man is one of those characters that you can't up smash when he's, because like a lot of time Mega Man likes to cross up your shield. So if you're kind of aware when they're going to do it, up smash is actually pretty good for catching him. And now with Pingus, it comes out frame 7. Oh, wow. That was just a hard call out right there. Okay, yeah. So you kind of had like a little bit of a better opportunity. Like when you have Mega Man above you, he can't really hit Can from below. So in that situation, it would have been a good idea to have Can cover this center zone right here. So that way he can land there. So then your job is only covering this open space and the top platform. Because like if he air dodges onto the Can. Can's got him covered. And then if he like comes down with an attack, he's landing there or here, or he like slides off in this position. So it'd been much easier to cover him that way. I think that's like kind of one of the biggest issues. Is like you're not really cutting off his options enough, and to like make it easier for you to cover him. Making a bit, you're giving him a lot of holes to like kind of pop through. Like you want your setups to be like a Swiss cheese, except there's one hole, and then like you're just kind of waiting there with a gun for him. That's kind of what you want to think of as a duck hunt. Oh, well, that hurts. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, with that game in particular, there's a lot of times that you went for like a very hard, big commitment raid, and if you miss, you die. It's just kind of the way it is. So honestly, you should really only be doing those like when you're very confident that it's gonna work. And honestly, you could have gotten that up smash if you didn't do the dash. You just stayed there and done it. So yeah, let me look more at your can placement, because I think that's gonna be the first thing. Okay, that wasn't too bad, but you missed. I think that was just more of a tech carrier. Oh, okay. So you want to be fancy there. I don't blame you for going for that. It wasn't really a bad option. It's just you didn't cover the tech. You could have just like kept mashing jab if you really wanted to cover it. And you probably would have. Oh no. Something that you have to remember is if he's hitting can back at you, you can still hit can back. So like if you did a nair there, not only would you have covered his air dodge, but you would have covered can going back into you. So you didn't need to air dodge in. Oh, no, that's not good. Yeah, you only do up smash out of shield if like the first hit can hit him. Otherwise, like, don't do it. It's going to be way too slow. Like the back hit's not an out of shield option. Actually, wait, hold up. What frame does this back hit come out now? Yeah, it's gonna be too slow regardless still. That was definitely a time that you... Oh. Okay. Right there. Like, whenever you see a missed edge guard from, like, Mega Man like that, just, like, ledge drop, nair. Ledge drop, nair. And, like, they're gonna get hit. There's nothing they can do about that. Downer's gonna be a little bit too slow, so that's why I say, like, do nair. But if you have time for the downer, you do that. Yeah, something you have to remember is that I'm pretty sure that the Metal Blade can go through Leaf Shield if he ever has that set up. So if you have it to counter that wouldn't be a bad idea to save it. 'Cause I felt like I saw you do that earlier. But I might have mistaken it. He threw it and then you threw it at him. Don't forget, if you can master standing pivot grab, you'll be able to get around that get up attacks a lot easier. So that can only help you. Was the connection bad? At least from here, it looks pretty decent. Oh. That could roll a little rough. Oh, good catch. Yeah, see, if they're in front of you, you can do it. If they're behind you, don't bother. F tilt. That was a bit weird. Like if he's just right there in front of you, just like grab him and then just back throw him. So then that way you get center, you get stage. F tilt doesn't really give you that. Like you gave him better stage positioning if anything, because you're kind of more in a position to get juggled. I thought he up smashed that. Damn. It looked kind of wild with the up air hit. Oh, good version. Ah, he got that was pretty good on his part. Yeah, that was a little bit hard for that one to fully connect. That one's not too surprising. I'm surprised. Interesting. So when you did that jump there, he technically could have jumped back air to like eat your jump. So that was a very scary thing to do, but lucky for you, he didn't actually do it. Okay, good. He was gonna break your shield. And at this percentage, I can't tell how much rage he has. Like you might have been able to die, you may not have, depending on his rage. Now you're just guaranteed dead if he breaks your shield. Yeah, that's not bad. All you gotta do is focus on getting behind him. Ooh, good catch. Get your can ready. Oh. Oh, why are you pressing so many buttons? You really don't need to do that. Yeah. You got way too greedy there. I don't know what possessed you to just spam F smash in the corner and hope it worked. Against Mega Man too, like out of any character that doesn't need to approach you to hit you, it's that one. Like technically in that position, like Clay Pigeon would have been a little bit better, since it at least would eat up like a number of his attacks. Yeah, that was like wanting to lose. That was the opposite of wanting to win. Like spamming F's, like if you're doing something that you expect to see on for Glory, that is probably not going to get you the W. I guess in this case I should say Elite Smash, but the point still remains. Like if you can envision yourself like, if you can envision like a Wi-Fi Little Mac doing something, it's probably not what you want to try and do. Also, it kind of sucks that you're being locked to this one stage only. Yeah, never jump. Jump is just a death sentence against up air. Which one is yours? Which one is yours? Because I don't think you sent it as adequate. Adequac. Ooh, good call out. Oh, you did it. You did it way too early. You have to hold off. You have to hold off a bit. Okay, yeah, that was good. So when you see him doing the lemons, that's a pretty good sign that you can probably throw out a Clay Pigeon. Oh, no. Because, okay, so when that gunman was going off, it looked like he was going to get hit by it. But at that point, just like going for the grab, like that grab, there's no world that grab was going to work. That was a very strange option. I'm not sure why you decided to go for the gunman there. Also, like, start trying to call out his spot dodges, because he's doing this quite a lot now. Oh, that was really greedy. Okay, that wasn't bad. At least, like, you kind of recognized you had the opportunity to get that. And you did at least have a safe space, so it wasn't as bad. Yeah, those are way too greedy. Like, you've done, like, F-Smash enough to the point where he could probably wait for you to do it every single time and, like, get the W like that. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, just send them in. And that's all you gotta do. I don't know if I can do it today, though. Today might be a no. But yeah, send them in so I can review it for next week. And remember, if he hasn't caught the Metal Blade as an item, then your Clay Pigeon's not going to go through it. You need for him to like throw the Metal Blade down. Ooh, that was really good. Ooh. Also, like, the other thing, too, that I can just kind of comment, though, this might be a little bit more of a byproduct of playing online, which I'm fully open to the idea of, is you're being a little bit too preemptive. Like, I always feel like you're pushing the buttons before the Mega Man is. And, like, the only time that really makes sense is if you're setting up, like, a can for him to come approach you. Whereas, like, in these, you kind of always want to react to the Mega Man. The Mega Man's are able to press way more buttons and be safe, so that's why you can kind of expect him to do things to you. Where if you do things to him, he has more time to respond and formulate around you, and that makes it easier for him to open you up. Like, I still don't think you're focused. Like, I think you're focused more on hitting them than cutting him off, which is, I think that's kind of the biggest change that you need to do. Oh man, he got really greedy there. You have to keep in mind, he was at pretty low percent, so he was going to go to that lower platform. So yeah, like right here. Okay, we got Bledge at the very least. Yeah, whenever he's got Leaf Shield out, the main thing that you need to remember is that he can't, like, physically hit you with, like, anything besides Leaf Shield. So just kind of jump and, like, anticipate to get around it, and then, or hold Shield. One of those two things. And then, you know, either reset or you get around him and you hit him. The other thing, too, is, like, you can kind of Clay Pigeon where you think he's going to land. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like if, though, like, in this matchup, if the delay is not bad enough, you can still wait. But if the delay is garbage, then, yeah, then I can't really blame you for any actions that you take at that point. Oh, wow, I couldn't tell what you were doing because the giant dragon was blocking the entire gameplay that was taking place. This is obnoxiously large. I hope he reduces the size next time. This is comically large. Okay, huge mistake against Mega Man. When you're behind that gunman, the only thing that he's able to hit you with possibly is going to be, like, Metal Blade. And if he hits this with, like, forward air, it makes it even easier to punish him. So, like, always just stay behind the gunman if you ever do that. Yeah. I mean, you probably heard the songs in passing just from, like, Smash. But I am going to be playing through Donkey Kong Country tomorrow. So, if you do want to watch that, you can. Oh, oof, that was kind of weird. I wouldn't really expect the rebound to get you killed, because that normally, like, stops your momentum. That was really good, but you didn't get to angle it down. That was a good tech. Oh, you just dropped it. Yeah, never. Please, just don't bother doing this, because, like, you're gonna end up missing the kill by doing things like that. Like, you can do the gunman in this matchup, like, beforehand, like before he grabs the ledge to absorb his attacks. But once he's grabbed ledge, gunman's not in play anymore. Not a bad B reverse. Oh no, you didn't. Okay, good. I was so scared you were gonna drop that, because, like, the second it bounced off and he jumped, like, that was a guaranteed confirm. That was very scary. Yeah, got it. Just like, you know, be a little bit more patient with your jumps and all that. Oh no. Oh, you're at 41%. I thought. Oh no, I thought you might have been at a percentage where he could kill you. But yeah, as you saw right there, as long as you follow Mega Man, like, his down air is just never going to hit you. Okay, so Mega Man, he's one of those heavier characters, so you can ground Clay Pigeon him for a while, and you can do Clay Pigeon F smash to him, so it's worth practicing. So, like, if you're able to get those, like, you can kill him obnoxiously early. Pingus now, you can probably kill him at 70%. He jumped. I mean, I felt like I saw a jump there. Just hold to the side. That's all you need to do. Just hold away. But yeah, that's going to be it. I believe that was a 5th game, I want to say. So we'll stop it there. But yeah, no, overall, I don't know how much of this matchup is a symptom of Wi-Fi. That was definitely in play. But I do feel like it's more of, you definitely didn't have a good game plan. He was definitely outplaying you. Like, one thing for sure is, like, you overcommitted to a lot of just really hard nonsensical punishes, like just random F smashes in the middle. Really weird out of shield options, like him being behind you and still going for up smash. Like, at that point, you just go for, like, Nair or something. The other thing, too, is, like, you didn't really have consistent edge guards against him. I don't feel like you had any plans for that at all. Definitely learn how to, like, if he goes below you, learn how to edge guard him when you've grabbed ledge, because, like, he can't come up with an attack. His, you know, his up B doesn't have that, so learn how to edge guard that. Learn when to use your clay pigeons. I feel like you have 75% understanding of Lemon Clay Pigeon, but like 0% when it comes to Metal Blade. But however, he didn't really use Metal Blade item too much, but you didn't really give him opportunities to try and get that, so you could counter that later. Gunman usage overall wasn't too great. I kind of felt like you were throwing it out a little bit more just because you wanted to, rather than specific instances to control ground and to specifically soak up and absorb his attacks. Like, I don't think I ever saw a Gunman thrown out as a purposeful wall to prevent a lot of his neutral from working, which that's very important for this matchup. Other thing too is using fair against his tools, like against Metal Blade and Lemons. I saw that a little bit, but I think you could use it a little bit more. But of course, I will also say you're playing on Wi-Fi, not going to really be the easiest thing to work with there. And then, yeah, focus. Learn how to use Can better. I think that honestly, if there's like besides like the read, like going for hard reads that were just really bad plays, and a bit on the recovery too. I'll talk about recovery a little bit. The biggest issue I think your game plan suffers from is just your placement of cans and not resetting it. Obviously the resetting was big because like you dropped a lot of like really big ledge guards for yourself, or just like big stage control opportunities. But it didn't really felt like you knew where to place your can in order to help like prevent him from working. Because like remember, his Lemons and his Metal Blade will activate Anchor Can, so you can form an automatic wall. So that way, when he approaches you, Can will come up from behind him, and he can't move it at all. So that's a pretty big thing. I talked a little bit about that in who was it for? Let me check. Match critiques. It was in Budikens. If you watch Budikens, I talk a little bit about that in his critique. So definitely check that one. Then what else? Oh yeah, and then recovery. Obviously when you're above him, just never jump when he uses up air. Hold to the side and that's it. Hold side and arrow dodge. That's all you need to do. You jump, you die. And then also you need to watch your jumps when you're off stage, just because like if you're not careful with that, then he can just kind of back air you and you'll be in a position where you're going to basically die. Oh, when you're edge guarding him too, something you didn't do is when he's like, when you like, let's say you knock him away at like 110% and he's not dead, so he's pretty close to the blast zone. Go to the ledge and drop Gunman so it falls down, so that way it's going to shoot in the area where he's most likely going to up B, or it forces him to up B high, and that makes it a lot easier to catch him with like can or things like that. So get used to doing that, and that'll help. But yeah, do you have any questions? Yeah, I'm not planning on playing the return games. I'm only playing the original ones. How did you just notice the dragon? That's weird. What's up, Ken? Welcome to the little corner of duck hunt knowledge that we have here. Yeah, I legit could never tell what percentage he was at. Yeah, anything specific, Idolmaster? And also, while he is preparing his answer, or answer for nothing, I would like to remind you guys, if you do want to see more emotes used for this little Twitch channel here, we do need 25 subs to it. We're currently sitting at 14, so if we are able to get 11 more, we'll be able to add another fabulous emote. Okay, let me boot it up. Please be... Okay, cool. All right. Mega Man. There we go. All right. It's pretty straightforward. So basically, if he throws Metal Blade just as is, it's gonna go through Clay Pigeon. And let me just do this real quick. So that breaks it. Now. He's going to pick it up. And now he's going to throw it. And now it goes through. And that's it. That's all you need to know. So, like, the most common thing that you're going to see a Mega Man do... Not that. That, and then he'll go... can he not throw diagonal? Oh, I guess he can't. So that means... Okay, so actually that makes it a little bit easier. So that means what he's going to be doing is he's going to be, like, doing, like, Z-drop that, and then he'd have to get on the ground and do it. So literally the second that he's holding it, he can only throw it forward. So it's pretty much a guarantee that your clay pigeon's going to hit him because he's going to have to be on the ground as he throws it. And there's a little bit of a cooldown time before he can jump or do anything else. So that's something to think about. And keep in mind that, like, let me just do that again. Like, keep in mind that it's also going to knock you out of your, it's going to knock you out of your animation. So ideally you want to time it like when he's very close to you. So that way you immediately get knocked out of the end lag of your clay pigeon, and you'll have an easier time comboing him too. Like, for me, one of my favorite things is when you do clay pigeon next to him and then he just decides to lemon you. Because now, yeah, you can just like immediately just get your punish on him. It's really funny. So, if anything, him doing lemons makes it like the most buff version of clay pigeon you can possibly do. But something to keep in mind is that, let me see if I can do that. Okay, I think from here I should be pretty good. God. So basically, like, there's a little hitbox on the gun, and I know that breaks the clay pigeon. So I think it does enough damage. Let me double check. So it has to be Nair. Neutral air. Okay, so never mind. So I think what he has to do is, like, I think a lemon has to hit the clay pigeon and he has to hit it with the gun, and that's the only way that clay pigeon breaks. If he doesn't do that, then you're always going to do it. If he's doing the short hop version, it definitely doesn't break it. Smash throw, Metal Blade change anything? No, it doesn't. Let's see. You're catching the Metal Blade, or do we have anything to do with? Yeah, there's definitely things that we can do by catching the Metal Blade. I personally have never labbed it out, which is kind of funny since, like, literally, like, one of the people that I played with the most was the Mega Man player. But learning to catch it with fair is not bad because, like, let's say he throws out Metal Blade here and you just fair him, then you get fair, Metal Blade toss, and then there might be, like, some type of, like, dash Metal Blade into back air that we could do. I know Mega Man can do that. So I would not be shocked if Dawangthang could do something similar. You know, any combo into strong back air is good. So probably something you could learn. I don't know if there is, but you're more than welcome to go check it out yourselves. Me personally, I always just keep everything really, really easy for myself. So if I catch Metal Blade, like, I'm just using it specifically to catch and throw it back. I'm not really doing anything fancy with it unless, like, somebody finds something that's easy to do. But yeah, no, you're definitely more than welcome to look it up. If anybody would know, it would be LYC. LYC labs up all the crazy stuff. But yeah, it's not bad to learn to catch it just so that way Mega Man can't use it against you, and, like, you can catch it, throw it up, and remember, as you're holding Metal Blade, you can still summon your Cannon Gunman, and he can't use Metal Blade against you. Only one Metal Blade's out at a time. Like, let me do that real quick. Where did I? There we go. So let me pick it up. And now he can't. He can only do that. So it's not a bad idea to pick it up for that. And then when this happens, you treat it like Rob Gyro. So you're just, like, gunman spanning that, and then if he lemons, then you, like, clay pigeon him. And then, yeah. Oh yeah, we should definitely be able to get Metal Blade into Bear. Yeah, and that's a good position to be in. All right, I think that's going to be enough of that.